Hey everybody, it's Ron at Lorusso Gardens. I just got home from work and I saw a cloud of bees forming over here. This is what you call a swarm. Now I don't think this came from my hives, but I'm going to catch this swarm, put it in this empty hive, and then I'm going to move it over into my yard. So this is a swarm. When they're in this state, you don't have to panic. You can see they're not going to sting. They're just trying to find a new home. So I'm going to shake this right into the new hive, then all the other bees are going to follow. Now there's at least one queen, but sometimes in big balls like this, because this is a really big swarm, there'll probably be several queens. So I'm just going to pause it for 1 second and I'll shake it off, and you can see I'm doing this with my cell phone. I only have one hand. This is going to take two hands, so I'm going to pause it real quick. Alright, so I'm back. Unfortunately, they're all on the ground too, so there's probably a second queen down there. I'm going to get this as close as possible, and I'm just going to shake this whole thing right into it. I'm going to try to not hurt any of these bees down here. I'll try to coax them away, just move them away. Like I said, when they're in this state swarming, they could care less. I'm not going to get stung. They're just trying to find a new home. And I got a perfect new home for them. Alright, it didn't take me very long to find the queen. It's definitely a marked queen for this year, so it might be from my hive or someone else's hive in the neighborhood may have got away. Some people, new starters, new people to the hobby, don't realize how quick they can build and move. I'm going to try to find her just to show you, but I definitely put her into this new hive. She has a blue dot. That's the color for this year. Why is this? Alright, so I found the queen and I had put her in here, but she must have flown out. I don't see her anymore, but I noticed that all the bees that were on the ground are starting to move up. So she flew back into the swarm. So when I shake this, I'm going to shake this all into here, and they're going to follow the scent of the queen into this hive. I'm just trying to find her again. She has a blue dot. She wasn't hard to find, but once she gets into this whole thing, she's going to be real difficult to spot. And they ball up right around her. So I'm going to show you what you do. You're going to take this and you're just going to give it a really hard shake and try to get as many of them to fall in. Like so. Hopefully the queen fell down in there. And if she did, they're all going to follow her scent right into this hive. So I'm going to let them do their thing for a few more minutes, and then I'm going to reshake it if they go up again. I'm going to try to find the queen. Alright, you can hear the hum they're doing right now. When you hear that, that means one, they're unestablished, not an established hive. And I'm starting to think the queen may be in this ball. If you look right here, this didn't shake in and they're all piled up over there. So I'm going to get some snippers and I'm going to cut this whole piece out and shake it off into here again. Alright, so I got these snippers. I'm going to snip all these off and I'm going to reshake this small ball back into this hive. Once the queen's in there, all the other bees will go back into the hive. They're going to follow her scent. She lets off pheromones that attracts them. Alright, so I got most of it off there. I'm going to do a little bit more. There's a couple more to cut. I'm pretty sure I got the queen in there. Once they all settle in, I'll put the cover on and then I'll move it over into my yard. Well, this is my yard. This is just the edge of my yard. I noticed that the bees were coming opposite of my yard and where my hives are, so I don't really think this came from my bees. But it is a marked queen, so it's not a random hive. I'm assuming someone new to beekeeping probably started off with just a single deep brood box like this, and it filled up before they added more on top, and they swarmed. Especially with Italian bees, you got to be really quick on giving them more space, or they're really, really quick to swarm if you don't do that. All right, so there you have it. The ball of the swarm was right here. I cut them all out. I shaked it into here. I'm really happy that it was a foot off the ground and not 30 feet up in the tree, because I wouldn't have been able to catch it. So I know there's a queen. I don't think she got hurt or injured during the process. And she's a marked queen, so I know this came from somebody's hive. There are wild honeybees around here, but this is Worcester. There's not many. I'm looking right here. You can see how balled up they are right there. I'm assuming the queen is under there. And like I said before, they're not really aggressive right now. I got stung one time, not because of aggression, because I squished one on my elbow. But besides that, they're very peaceful right now. Ow! Just kidding. So once they settle down and they start filling out more of these frames, I'll add the last 2 frames I took out and put the cover on. And then tonight I'll come back and I'll move it over to where my bees are. Alright, so that's about it for now. Hope somebody learned something. Just realize that if you see this around your house, they're not going to sting you. Don't spray them with bee spray and kill them. Just let them do their thing. We need these to survive. They pollinate all the flowers, all the fruit, everything in the area. Alright, end of rant. Thank you for watching. You all have a nice day.